Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, good evening. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's a little bit dark. Yeah. Hello, good evening. Welcome, Adora. Welcome, La Creme. It's a very wonderful and cool evening here in Lagos. And I am happy and excited to start today, start our conversations today. We are going to be having a guest speaker that is going to talk to us about everything we need to know about exporting. We noticed that recently oil is not doing it for us. Good evening, ma'am. Oil is not doing it for us. So we have non-oil exports. So how can we leverage on what is it that we have and position ourselves properly for export? And what is it that when we talk about export, what is it? What do we really mean when we say exporting? So we are going to talk about it today. We are going to also talk about what we need to put in place to be able to export, and we have someone who is quite experienced. She has been doing it. She has experience in the field of exporting. She's going to be joining us, talk to us about a lot of things when it comes to export, what we need to put in place, how we need to do it, logistics, do we need funding, what do we really need to export. So I'm happy and welcome to you, everyone, for today. And this is Borderless Trade Network, where everything is borderless, right? Okay, so I'm just going to let her in, then we continue. Are you in? I'm trying to let you in. So welcome everybody. Good evening. My name is Adanne Uche, and I'm the founder and CEO of Addis Agro Processing Limited, food processing and packaging business that is based in Lagos, Nigeria, that helps families, provide families with healthier cooking ingredients and spices. So today we are going to have a guest speaker, Miss Adaora, the smart exporter. So she's going to talk to us everything that we need to know about exporting. Um, I'm trying to let her in. Uh,
Hi.
Hello, Adara. Good evening and welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you today.
It's so good to be here. Good evening.
Good evening. So, I know today we've been hearing about exports. Exports is just everywhere. Non-oil exports. What is it that we need to know? How does it really work? But first, we need to know you. Can you just tell us who you are, and we can just kick it off.
Okay, good evening, Adanne. Good evening.
Hello, I think your network. Hello. We can't hear you. I don't know. Am I the only one? Please, can you just type on the chat if you can hear her? Hello, Adora. Your network
Hello.
is still bad. Yeah.
Can you hear me now, Adanne?
Yeah, but it's glitching. So
Okay. What about now? Is it better now?
yes, it's better.
Okay. So, like I was saying, my name is Adaora Onyeke. I've been into exports, the business of exportation for close to 4 years now, and both air freight and sea freight. And I've done exports in large volumes. So when Adanne said I'm an expert, I believe to an extent, although we don't know it all because no one is an island, but to an extent, I've done exports, different forms of exports. I've burnt my hands at some forms of exportation, and I can say from experience that it's better when you learn from people who have been there, done that, and they know where to show you what to do, where to go, and how not to do something so you don't repeat the same mistakes that they have made. So I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so like I was saying, we've heard so much about exports. What is it about exports? Can you just give us a little snippet, what it entails when you talk about exporting? Hello, Adora. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
please, could you
Your
come again?
Okay, I was asking, we've talked about, like recently there's just a lot of force about exportation. Can you just tell us how how is it easy to export? What does it really mean to export? Is it, I know I have a few, some people ask questions. Is it a product based or service based? When you talk about export, what does it really mean? And, yeah, let's start with that first.
Okay, so exportation is basically movement of goods and services from point A to point B, usually involving crossing of borders. So, moving of goods from one country to another country. So, if you move Republic or United States or export, whether it's
Hi.
talk about export, people just for products based, it's possible that actually exporting service now. Um, export,
Hello, Adora. We barely can hear what you're saying. Your line is glitching. Um, I don't know. Can you log off and log in again because network is pretty bad. I don't know if it's only me. Um, yeah,
okay, if you can't hear me, let me just move out and then come back in.
yeah, yeah. Log off, then you log in. So yeah. Okay, we are very, very sorry. She's been having network glitches, but she's going to come in again. But what she was trying to explain was when we talk about exportation, what it really means. That's moving goods from one place to the other, but it means outside your will I say jurisdiction. So that is what it means by export. That for us, when you talk about export, it means taking it outside the country, like taking it outside the shores of Nigeria. So but she has network glitches, so we're going to wait for her to join us again. Once again, thank you and good evening, everyone, for joining us today. We have like she said I shouldn't, I don't know, but she's been exporting for about 4 years, so she quite knows a little bit more about exportation, and she's here to give us her expert opinion on what we need and what it entails to export, how easy it is. When you talk about, is it logistics, is it a lot, is it warehousing, we have paperwork, what you need to put in place first to be able to export. And while we are talking about that, first, before you can even get to the stage of trying to export your product or your service out of the shores of wherever you are, there are certain things that you need to put in place, right? You have to have a registered business, right? You have to have a proper structure in your business. You have to also know what product or service that you're rendering that is needed, because you need to do a research. You have to do a research. You have to looking what about your business, what is it about my business, what is a competitive advantage that I have over other competitors that is going to position you properly for export. Because, and remember, when you're talking about exporting whatever, either finished goods or raw materials, when you talk about raw material, is it which country needs your product, what is it that they need? Those are the things that you need to also put in place. Then when you talk about finished goods, um then you have to also research competitors wherever, whichever country, whichever place you want to export it to know what your competitive advantage is. Okay, Adora, welcome back. I'm just going to let you in. And okay, yeah, okay, I've sent you an invite. Yeah. Okay, welcome back. We sincerely apologize to everyone for the glitch, so she's back. So you were telling us about export, what it means, what is it about export, what it all means and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, so to go straight to the point, export is in items or services from.
Hello. Okay, so please could you just tell us why do we really need to export as entrepreneurs?
Okay, first is for economic reasons. Since, like a lot of have they all know how much of and always when you expand your market is, so if your product is not or is not selling as much as you would like A, then higher demand in your country. B, export opens you open your business up to um, larger market audience, people in other places that have higher purchasing power, they have higher buying power. So if the product is not doing well in this country, it might be better in another country. So therefore, exportation increases your revenue. So your revenue uh, gives you leverage, gives you leverage both in domestic market and international market. One of the benefits, but both for yourself, for your company, because exporting. that different farmers, um so um so because look at crude oil, demand for crude oil is going down. It's not like when oil was, but we products or we have in terms that other. So exporting just makes it easier for us to now grow employment. There are so many as a, like your business significantly grows when you
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's I just got a lot. Why doing it? Because of we need to gives us leverage to increase our revenue for economic reasons and all that. Thank you very much. So now, how is it easy for people to actually export? We hear about these things. Okay, you need to have so much money. You need to have this. And how is it easy for people to actually export?
okay. I would like to debunk the myth that exporting is for big business. First of all, exporting has big or micro. You don't need to have all the documentation. You just have products that you feel you've done research quite right, and there is demand for that product in your customers that are able to buy that. What is
Okay. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Yeah, I can. So now you people have heard, you don't need to be very big to be an exporter. It's just for you to get the things right, know your product or whatever you want to export right, get a buyer, because you need to have somebody that wants what you have to offer, right? To be able to export before you can't just start want to export blindly, right? So thank you for that. So another question I want to ask is, are there documents that we really need to have before exporting? Are there, just share.
yes, ma. Definitely, you need to have a registered business. So the basic is your CAC. That's the minimum. You have to be registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Then as you grow, as your business grows, you need to be, if you are a product-based business owner, you need to be registered with the relevant standard agencies, the agencies that ensure that your product is standard, like NAFDAC, like Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON. These are the major documents that you need. And then your NEPC license. And it's so easy to get right now. Like for your NEPC certificate is a certificate that shows that you are licensed to export out of the country.
Export.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to get. You can do it from their website, basically. If you have all the documentations they require, you can upload it and get it in less than 2 hours from their website. For SON registration to the process is now much more easier. The same with NAFDAC as well. NAFDAC usually takes much more time, but with the right you start export.
Thank you. So it's quite easy. I know that a lot of certification agencies have made it quite easier, breaking down those lump sum of coming to their office. You need to do this. So it's quite easier. You go to their website. For those in food, you need to have your NAFDAC. You need to go online and do the registration. There's a flat fee for SON. Also, they are open. Go to their office wherever you are, get it. Then, like I said earlier, CAC, you have to have CAC documents, right? Then you, for NAPC, they've also made it easier for people. You just go pay, and you don't know business, you get your certificate, upload all the necessary things, and what you want to start exporting, you have to fill it there and all that. So thank you. Another thing I want to ask, is it possible that I can export without any documents or licenses?
Yes, ma, it is possible. But one thing I always tell product owners is that if that product, now I'm assuming that you're asking this from product business point of view, right?
Yes, I'm asking for a product based beer.
Yes, so for a product to do so well in the international market, it has to already be doing well in the local market. So
Okay.
most times at that point, business has even gotten most of the necessary. But if you don't have it, it's not a barrier. You can start export. You can export to people that are buying it as consumers, as end users. So you have a cousin or you have friends of friends who live in the US and they've seen the product. They know that your product is quality. And then they tell someone that is coming home to Nigeria that please, when you get to Nigeria, buy these products for me. I've seen it online and I would really like to test it. You've exported. If that person sends a relative to you, or you deliver to them here in Nigeria and then they take your product along with them, you've done exporting. Most times, some of them even have logistics agencies that over time have cargoed for them. So even without you having this certificate, your product is quality. And so they see you online, they want to taste your product, they want to try out your product to that's good. Then they order and they tell you their cargo agents or logistics partners, and then you deliver to these logistics people and they send it to them. You've already done export. And if you another way, the third way is through marketing online. Say your business is on social media and regularly run ads, targeted ads that draws in people in diaspora and they see your product. Very well and good. If they buy from you, you can just take it to the cargo section of the airport. You have their details, their location, and everything, and you send it to them. You are already exporting. So because the product is quality, it will now it will now go on to like draw in more customers. So before you go into exporting, one thing I always tell people, ensure your product is of top notch quality. Because where you don't have a physical store, that product will speak for you. And by so doing, you already become an exporter. Because the more the product speaks for you, the more people like the quality. They keep referring you to other people. The more regularly you see yourself going to the cargo section of the airport and exporting. So as time goes on with larger volumes, there will now be a necessity for you to get this certificate. Your business being able to pay to get certification or SON certification, but you can export that document as a mini exporter. But you don't want to stay forever, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to stay small forever. Okay, I get you right. That means there is a formal type of exportation and there's an informal type of exportation, right? Yeah. So for I know a lot of people do it. Your family or your friend says, "Okay, buy me this, take it, give it to this. Do you have a shipper and all that?" That is also an export, a way of exporting. But if you really need to do it professionally and well known, you have to have all these documentations and do it properly, right? Thank you very much. So another thing in that, we talked about the product. So can services export, and what type of services do exporters need or do? You could just give us instances.
Okay. Thank you for that question, Adanne. It's one that we've been getting for some time now. Most service based businesses usually draw back when they think of export, but there is actually a huge opportunity for people in services. or how do I, in the past 2 weeks, we've gotten agencies or organizations within Africa that are looking for service experts. So maybe their country is celebrated with African country, and this agency reached us for a collaboration. They have a lot of product-based business. Now they're looking for services like counseling, services like consulting. If you're a professional in any niche, they are trying to open up their economy to other investors from other countries, both within Africa and outside Africa. So most of them would usually prefer that an expert consultant will be able to put these investors that are coming in, like teach them the you're in counseling. There's so many. Even education alone has so much opportunities. There's need for professional psychologists and counselors due to mental health and the whole depression thing that has been going on. So if you're a professional in these things, you have to be able to put your home in order and package what you do in such a way that it's now like it's a service, but you've packaged it as a product. So what do I mean?
Mm.
As being the advocate of coaches, um, trainers, professional, just professionals who are teaching others what they know. So if you are knowledgeable about something and you really feel that what you know can make a difference in someone's life elsewhere, then definitely your skill is needed, but you have to put yourself out there. Your service can be exported, and that's that's like um that's like just more of the little of the other opportunities. There's so much that we're still looking at bringing, so many partners we're looking at bringing on board, just to reveal to our people that it's not just exporting is not just for products based.
Products, yeah.
Even if you're in the service business, and for service people, it's so sweet that you don't have to exert um
Energy, time, product, yeah.
as much energy as product-based businesses. Just imagine that you are consulting on Zoom with someone that is in Congo or someone that is in Kenya, and it's just a 1 hour or 2 hour session, and you've gotten money in dollars. You've exported your service. You've exported your,
Yeah,
or if you're knowledgeable
yeah,
about social media and you are managing social media accounts for people in South Africa or Kenya or Tanzania, you don't have to limit yourself to just Nigerian businesses alone or Nigeria social media accounts. You're on the internet. The world is now borderless. As long as you have a skill that is transferable, you're in services and you can make money off it.
yeah. It's true what you said. I remember one of the trainings that I went to. It's an African training by Agraf. So I remember I got a mail message for to mentor somebody, and the person is a South African. So recently I've been mentoring her. So actually I've exported my mentoring like outside, right? Yeah. And to just buttress what you said is for you, especially those in service-based businesses, the only way you can spot yourself or spot your service outside is to position yourself properly. So you have to leverage on the various technologies that we have, social media. You have to put yourself out there. That before putting yourself out there, that means you must have put your house in order, like Adaora said. You have to put yourself in order, have a proper documentation, have experience, because most of them ask for experience. I remember I'm a member of We Connect International. So for people, you could just Google them, We Connect International. So they always put up some of these services that they need. They say they need somebody so to mentor. They put it up. That is where we leverage on opportunities. One, you must have put yourself house in order, then you position yourself properly to be able to receive such export opportunities if they come. Okay, thank you very much, Adora. Thank you, I really appreciate. So the next thing I want to ask is, so what are the problems, what are the challenges that we have with export logistics, and how have you overcome that, and what would you advise someone that is just starting out to look out for when it comes to export logistics?
Okay. One of the challenges people usually complain about is that they don't have time, or how do I even start? So if by yourself export ready, and some of these things are ensuring that you have a position. When we say proper position, what does it mean? It means that, first of all, back to basics. Do you have a CAC document? You have CAC for that business. So many people say, I want to export, or I have this product in abundance in my state. I can export this thing. But they just want to do it as a secret business. You don't do business secretly and export people to find you. Because for people to find you, they have to see you. And you have to have social proof. There has to be like track record of this business that you are doing online, because these people are not ghosts, and they don't have sightseeing, or I don't know, like they don't have spiritual powers to out if they are seeing your business. So get your CAC documents, ensure that you have your products on several social media platforms. From time to time, run ads. You cannot do without ads. If you're exporting, you cannot do without ads, because advertising puts your products on different platforms, which means that different eyes can see products, even if they are not your country or your immediate environment. That's the power of, so leverage on, put your products out there, ensure that it is packaged properly. Even if you don't have for so many packaging machines, but make it, make it on a white ground that is clear, that shows that this product is quality. So show your product online. Don't be shy to talk about your product. Let people know that this is what, so that when someone needs that for that product, people will be quick to recall. You will be top of mind for that product. So the more you talk about your business, the more you join relevant agencies. If you're a palm oil, uh, with or establish yourself in the product. There are groups on Facebook, there are communities on Telegram. You should join them. Water communities like the same for fabrics and textiles, the same for whatever sector you are, association. So the more active you are on these platforms, the more buyers will be able to see you, the more you will export. That's one challenge that people say they don't have buyers. It's because you've not positioned yourself well enough.
Leveraging social media, and I did that initially. And when I started, I always putting myself out there, and that was how I started exporting. I first got a customer from Norway. Can you even believe? Norway. I looked for a way of sending the product that she required to Norway. So from there I got customers from Germany, everywhere, and those were the indirect export that Adaora talked about until just last year we were able to get a UK market and we did a proper exporting. So like she rightly said, you have to put yourself out there, showcase what you have, showcase your business, and what you have, what is it that you sell. If you don't do that, how will people see you, how will people know you, right? So thank you for even mentioning that. And like she said, in terms of so you can go to the airport's cargo section and look for, I know there are some of them that are that are not trustworthy. That is why we have you, Adaora, to be able to tell people, are they verified cargo agents that you use or that you suggest, for people to look out for.
Yes. So what I would advise is that you use trusted people. And how do you get trusted people? When you go into the agents, whether you're interested in or air freight. So that's one of the services we offer in the Borderless Trade Network. We have several verified agents that your safety and of your products and your customers' information is totally. So you need to join the Borderless Trade Network. Those who are not yet in Borderless Network, um, I will advise you that you join because we don't
That's what I wanted you to talk about. Yeah, Borderless Trade Network. Yeah.
agents.
Okay, so I wanted you to talk about, the Borderless. What is it all about? Why should we join? What does it? What are the things that we need to join Borderless? Can you just talk a little bit about it?
Okay, so to expand and upscale your. So if you're interested in funding, getting to export, if you're interested in getting more information about exportation, if you do not have any knowledge of export at all, you should be in the Borderless Trade Network. Then for those who are interested, that are already, their businesses are ready, like actually very ready. There's an we have called the Exclusive 60 Network, which is an initiative that is going to be helping 60 businesses move to international market. So you'll be going to markets in diaspora, UK, US, Canada, wherever the demand is for products. We'll be giving you access to international opportunities. We'll be giving you access to funding program. We'll be hand holding for those who don't already have certifications. We'll give you access to assist you to facilitate you getting those certifications easier. So that's some of the benefits of joining the exclusive 60 network. I'm open to more questions regarding the initiative or any other thing about it.
Okay, thank you, Adora. Like she said, to it's just you can send us a DM to be able to get information on how to join the Borderless trade network. And to take it a step further, we talked about the exclusive 60. That is for people that are ready. What we mean by being ready is that you have your CSC documents, you have your necessary exporting license, you have your SON, you have your NAFDAC, so you are ready. So what the exclusive 60 does for you is give you a hand holding, even if your documents are not ready. So they're going to help you with some of the certifications and licenses that you need. We have HACCP, we have FDA. I know a lot of people have been asking. So that is what the exclusive 60 does. And remember, please, this is to note that exclusive 60 is a paid, and a close community or network. So it is for people that are serious and are ready to take their businesses international. You really know our name says borderless. So nothing is stopping you from being anywhere in the world. And that is what the exclusive 60 does for you. We have experts like Adaora in different fields that are going to, help you and handhold you. So if you have any questions, please drop on the chat and I'm going to take it. So Adaora, another thing I want to say, what are the experiences in terms of sales? Because people will say it's not just enough to export. So how am I going to guarantee sales of my product? How do we get buyers or people that are interested in having our products? So can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, so while we are opening the community to just a for now, that we want to ensure that everyone in the community gets utmost share, but so being community help you actually makes you fast, opens your mind more. It opens your mind to more because when you see people actually doing other, you open yourself up and realize, there is done. Let me I also get more of this.
Okay, thank you, Adora. It's been a very, very interesting conversations. Aside from having being knowledgeable with exporting, is there any other thing that you think that we need to know? What we need to put in place aside from getting all the documentation and licenses in terms of our products? Can you just really talk about what is expected, or the standard that we expect our products to be able to export?
Okay. Thank you for that question. One of the important things is to for products that your products are well. So well, even without this, they are when we get. program where from the relevant agents put you through on how to package your products, best way to label your, how to do your label, your stick done for your business to actually compete well. One advice to people who are still there for go to your area, go to is your product up to the standard of the
Yeah, is this up to standard? Okay.
area?
Yeah.
So if your product has not up to the standard, if your product can't be on ShopRite or standard supermarkets in your area,
For coming in today. It's been very interesting conversations. So, okay, are we open to send you in case of anybody that wants to reach out to you? Can they reach out to you? What are your handles so that people can follow you and have first-hand information for things, communiques that you put out? Then we also appreciate if you are not already following Borderless Trade Network on all the social media platforms, please do so today. We put out information for everyone. So thank you, Adora, for joining, and do have a wonderful evening.
okay, so my business handle here on Instagram is the Smart Exporter. If you need details concerning exportation or you have questions, always reach out to me here. So I also have content on my page that exports different products you can export. Like much more information on exporting is on my page, Smart Exporter. Then on Borderless Trade Network, if you are not already following us, you're missing out. You have to follow us because from time to time we put out information on programs. Right, you want to get into urban, or you want to get into the stores that are in Nigeria, you want to be on Jumia and other e-commerce websites. These are some of the things we're working on back to back for this year: e-commerce, digitization, and then exporting your products. You do actual exporting. Like I mentioned earlier, for any product to do well internationally, it has to be doing well
It's
locally.
to do in locally. Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
we're already in conversations with Jumia Africa. We're already in conversations with ShopRite. There are products that were almost putting on the shelves of ShopRite and other stores, other multi-chain stores within Nigeria and Africa. So if you feel you can't do it alone because you are scared of the money that is involved, get into tests. We have initiatives, we have financial institutions that are work. put your house in order, ensure your product looks nice, then join the exclusive 60 network. The money is not the problem. There are people and organizations that actually want to invest in viable businesses. We will help you do the exporting. Just ensure that your product is nice.
It's not just about nice, but everything that has to do with products, functionality, the branding has to be top notch because you are going to be competing with other well-known international brands. So you can't just do anyhow because yeah. So you have everything has to be top shot. You look at what are the function, how is it easy for people to read, what is on your products, the branding, the functionality, like I said earlier. Then you have to put yourself out there so that, because at the end of the day, before they reach out, they'll have to research this company that I even want to invest in or even want to buy in. What is it that they do? I want to know. So all those things are things that being in the exclusive 60 is going to help you with. We are just going to help you benchmark your business with international brands. So thank you, Adora. Thank you. And it's been great and amazing talking with you. And I hope that we've had beautiful conversations. You've gotten one or two things out of our conversation this evening. And if you still have any questions, please, like I said earlier, slide into a DM, send us a message, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have any question from your
Hello, there are no questions from this end, so I'm fine. So thank you very much,
okay,
and thank you, and have a good evening.
good night,
Good night.
evening.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. It's been an amazing conversation with Adaora, the smart exporter. She has talked to us about so many things in terms of exporting, what we need to put in place, what we need to do to put our house in order, both for product-based businesses and service-based businesses. So I hope if you have any more questions, please send us a message. Slide into DM Borderless Trade Network. You could check us a website and everything. So thank you and do have a good evening. Bye bye.